Hey everybody, welcome back. Enjoy my spinner rack yet again. This is so fun, and I'm getting a lot more hits on this, views that is, than I do on my other channel that I started first. But let's get to it. Marvel 2-in-1, one of my favorite comics because it always had the Thing, and he was teaming up with some other hero, and usually Ben was always a delight. No matter if other characters like Modred the Mystic would be the second billing, and he would just get goofed on by Ben Grimm. Beautiful cover by Ron Wilson and Frank Giacoia. Well, here's a nice mix. Marv Wolfman came up with the plot. He was also the editor. Roger Slipher, that's the earliest time I've seen his credits. Len Wein, both scripted. Ron Wilson, Vince Coletta. So, at Luke Cage's 42nd Street office, this scientist guy comes along. He drops a vat. So, he was all excited for it, but something happened. Somebody decided to poke his finger into the spongy mass like a frigging moron. So he and another person got absorbed. And it's like, don't these people watch horror movies? Don't they understand that shit? And there's a Bragadoom. So that's really good stuff. Yeah, why don't you try the Avengers or the Fantastic Four? This deal sounds right up there. I've been trying to call, but the only one went home was Ben Grimm. What? You left him alone with that freak? He says, you were the only superhero I could find listed in the phone book. Beautiful, beautiful. Take off on 42nd Street. And even though this might be better served by having more grit and crime and, hookers and shit like that, it's still very effective. It's this Dutch angle and everything, it really conveys where he's from, or what part of town his office is from. So, meanwhile, the Thing is fighting Brigadoon. That design is so great. Of course, he has to have shorts on. That's always so funny. But that was a trope at the time, and he just dealt with it. So they're going back and forth with it, and Ben Grimm is sort of nonplussed. He gets yanked up, but Brigadoon got taller, larger. He keeps growing. Luke is here to save the day. Kicks him in the shins. Beautiful panel there. Very sinister looking. Oh, grabbed them both. Tossed them around town. And they save themselves. And the Thing is like, look, Junior, I'll take care of this. I don't need you. And he gets punched back. A lot of contrivances, especially in the team-up books, Marvel Team-Up and Marvel 2-in-1, is you had to have them fight each other. So he got Ben. He kind of returned the favor. Now, this is amazing. Amazing stuff. Really, what's neat is there's a lot of information. You got the boat tipping over, you have the pogo plane in the background, you got the buildings. Really, really a great panel, splash page. Speaking of splashing, they go in the water and they're trying to do their best, take them down, and whoop, come on. And Ben's ready to knock the creature out again, but the scientist says he'll explode with a destructive power of a nuclear bomb. So Luke's trying to stop him. And finally, he zips around. And, ooh. Let's see. I love these things. Hold on. Introducing scissors. I bought so many comics at this time. I'm so shocked I could never get the full puzzle of any of these second generation Marvel value stamps. But there you go. Doom Patrol. Wow, this book had a lot of shakeups. It started off with Steve Lytle as penciler for, I don't know, the first 6 months or so. And I think the writer was different, but if I'm wrong, forgive me, but Eric Larson did this. And I'm a big fan of early Eric Larson. I mean, the stuff he does, currently is great, but I don't know. I just totally dig. This cover, maybe you have to get it. The blue and pink characters, that. Paul Kupperberg, Eric Larson, Gary Martin, Giovanni Workman, Carl Gafford, Robert Greenberg, Giovanni Workman. I'm assuming that's John Workman's brother or kin. All these little guys, though. Just hilarious. There's Manhunter, which looked kind of cool, but seemed kind of That's cool. They took Action Comics right after Crisis of Infinite Earths, and they made it a month. They made it a weekly anthology book, which didn't last long because anthologies are just tough to sell. You got so many different artists. You got characters you like, characters you don't like, taking up space. Now here's an insert for a Doom Patrol story. Usually they do another series that's upcoming. But instead, we get this single issue about Celsius, I think her name is. But I don't know. It just didn't grab me at all. But I just love all the Kirby-esque lunacy. There you go. This is for Andy Smith. I know he's going to want to go out and get it now. So they also kind of look like the Molten Men in the early issues of Avengers. Really great Jabba the Hutt type guy. Wow, what a horrible ad. I mean, Dave Hoover, I don't know his stuff, but it looks like the images were about that big and they blew them up because it looks like the back of a cheap toy cardboard box that you got at a dollar store or something, but wow. Oh, ouch. If you're going to do an ad for something, love that jaw. If you got an ad for something, you really got to bring your A game. And there's a punk rocker, of course, because, it's 80s. Everybody. There's Negative Woman and Negative Man, and together they're a pain in the ass to be around. They're so negative. Don't get me started on them. Now we go into 80s indie stuff. Parallax. I love the color of the cover, but it's a little too dark. I mean, you can see it with the light and all that, but Remix. What this does is it collects 3 issues out of the anthology book from Eclipse Comics called Strange Days, and he was one of the 3 characters who he had 3 episodes, and I managed to repackage it as a single issue. And I love the character, but he didn't last long. But there was a lot of, at this time, finally, DC and Marvel work, was particularly DC. They looked across the pond to get a lot of great talent. Like Peter Milligan, Alan Moore, I can name it all. But so what happens is it's just this regular slob. I don't really like about it. It's like 1984 or so. And there he is. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And the logo is great too, but I just love that imagery. It's really, really great. Like, I must say, who did the writing? I can't remember. Oh, hold on a second. Brendan McCarthy, script by Milligan, and the colors. Anyway, good art. I'm wasting too much time. So, we flash back. And this guy sees, hey, you're that Parallax guy, Al Cooper. He goes, nah, I'm Ronald Reagan. You're front page news, Cooper. Or should I say Parallax? Look at that mouth. That's amazing stuff. And then he's with his gal, who I might have to put a post note on one of the Images. Okay. Well, he's basically a layabout. And someone sends him a book. Or it's not fully explained yet, but he's just trying to figure out what's the deal. What's the dang deal? Open, says me. There you go, puts it on. Not bad, but not bad for $2 anyway. It's sure to turn a few heads on Christopher Street. Hello there, handsome. What's a man like you doing in a place like this? So he's just finds out he has powers to become intangible. Can't get the can off right away because he doesn't fully understand what's going on. He falls down. Here comes his girlfriend. He's like, I have this TV in me and other things. I don't like the color word balloons, but oh no. What is he saying? Come on. Fuck it, I'm just gonna skip over it. Oh, hi. Hi, Copper. I was just getting some TV. I'm sorry about that focus crap. And the next installment, look at that jacket. That was before jackets became a big thing in comics. To my understanding, he and his character Grant Morrison did called I don't know what his name was, but they gave these characters jackets that accentuated the costume. He's wearing jeans over the yellow costume, so he doesn't look like a member of the Rogues Gallery of Squirrel Girl. So he's treated like a star. Whoop. I can see. All right, I'm just trying to protect y'all. Puts his hand through her head. That hair is great too. Reminds me of art school, that hair, because come on, dude. Sooner or later, I'll have zoomed in on it. Hi, everything okay? Holy shit, a yellow-assed honky. I don't even think by then they were saying honky, but it was still fun. Because he was bummed out. First, he just had a costume. She presents him with an upgrade in a costume, and now he's got to face this supervillain. Love that. There's so many characters with lightning bolts on their faces, and I think it's one of the more innovative style. Whoa! Okay. Let's hang out with this girl. Here comes this. What's his name? V2 Pinhead. Multiple battle orgasm. So that's what it says right here. Crazy. The posture is great. Building drops on him. Hey, everything okay? That's his catchphrase. All these little soldier creatures are bursting out of the bad guy. And it's fun. It's really fun. Come on, man. Open your... my lack of fingernails. Great imagery. Really, really great imagery. And now we go back to Marvel Comics, and one of my favorite characters finally gets this moment to shine. Wonder Man. They did a 1987 one-shot with him, and it was Kerry Gamble, which is great, but it was inked by Vince Colletta, and he's... In the 80s, Vince Colletta really... it seemed like he didn't care, or he didn't know how... Maybe he lost some skills, because they put him on like not one but two Paul Smith jobs, and both of them Paul left because it totally murdered the hard graphic / cartoony style of Paul Smith, and so he did that on Carrie Gamble, and it just sucked. He just really lost his I don't know whatever he had, he lost it. So beautiful. Oh, another Ron Wilson bit. That's just great. What a page. It's his first solo saga. Except this time you got whoop. Oh, come on. It's co-plotted between David Michelinie and Bob Layton of Iron Man fame. Ron Wilson does the pencils. Joe Sinnott is on the inks. He comes in with this board of, what do they call those things? They're having a board meeting up the future of the company, and we get reminded that Simon was once an industrialist, and I've always hated that background. I mean, that was great for issue 9 of Avengers, but so much has happened since that. His earlier life as a as one of those suit and tie guys comes up, and it's just like, oh yeah, he's doing that. It just doesn't play into his life that much, just when somebody needs a plot. Really, really fun stuff. Really fun. So he goes to this cheap old novelty shop, and he finds an old friend, and he's kind of down on his luck. Like his wife left him, and he was tight on money, and just created this little company, this little business. Let me fix this a toddy first, okay? And soon, over steaming mugs of buttered, sugared rum. That sounds fantastic. I gotta make me one of those sometime. Well, Wonder Man's gonna break in. He says, "No, I gotta go. I need to get those bastards back." This calls for your expertise comes in. Break out the whoopee cushions. Hey, Charlie, I didn't know you was back on dinner already. Wow. Fun stuff. Little panel there. Really nice. Dazzler, She-Hulk. They both sucked. I can't believe they're a Marvel Masterworks form. So it's terrific fun. And I'm not going to spoil the ending too, because you may not want it spoiled. The third outing of the Defenders. They're the ones who started the what is it? The feature comic, which would have a lot of different characters in it. But the first 3 issues were the Avengers, not Avengers, the Defenders. Okay, and then they graduated to their own book. This is Gil Kane inked by, I think it's, I know Dan Adkins was one of his favorite, or maybe Ralph Reese. That sort of has a Ralph Reese style to it. Well, this is 1972. Titan Walks Among Us. This character, by the way, he was in one of the corny monster comics that Marvel put out right before Fantastic Four. He was originally called the Hulk, and he was just this goofy character, and Roy Thomas brought him back. It's like Roy considered everything as canon, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. And it's penciled by Ross Andrew, inked by Bill Everett, and it looks great. But I got a story to tell you. You probably know this already. If you've ever seen the first issue where they're charging towards you, the interiors are by the same artists. But Bill Bentlow, he must have been in a shitty mood, because when he was inking, I guess he was told to follow all the line work faithfully. So what he did is he didn't even remove the pencils. He just, he took all the penciling, scratched all over these layouts and faces and basic shapes for him to embellish. And he inked all the construction lines, and it looks like shit. It looks very shabby, and but I guess he got talking to. And most people would have lost the gig by then, but Roy Thomas was very close to Ross Andrew. I mean, not only because he loved the Submariner, but he got to know him on a personal basis too, and they even shared an apartment one time, like in the late '60s. So, but it just pisses me off. Some people do something out of spite. This is great stuff. That almost looks like it'd come out of a '50s Submariner comic. Here is Zemnu the Titan. He's supposed to be this children's show host because of his big fuzzy cuteness. Really fun, really fun. Ooh, here my spell. Undo my spell. Da, da. So cool. It's really an enjoyable comic. I mean, if you disregard Zemnu, it's a great comic, but it's still fun. It's perfect fun. They've had a lot of worse characters. Oh, this thing here was supposed to be a monster ghost that, back before they had some kind of standards and practices or whatever they call it. All this was a kite that you flew around, but it makes it sound, it's by taking away some of the verbiage, it makes it sound like you're getting your own monster ghost. So, really fun, really fun. So there you go. I hope you liked this episode. I'm trying to keep it within my constraints. I know some people would ask it for longer episodes, but I kind of trim it down because so many people have a short attention span in the age of YouTube and in the age of all the other opportunities to entertain yourself. And the fact that you're coming to my YouTube channel, that means the world to me. I'm so grateful because like I said, there's a billion other options, and you decided to spend 20 minutes with me going over these old comics. And if you like this video, please hit like and then subscribe below. Hit the bell for for notifications, and leave comments below. I never delete comments, even if it's just, hey, good one, good, because YouTube's algorithm, they actually like the more comments on a post. So you could just say, hey, fun video, that's it. You don't have to write the soliloquy. And there's a share button. If you could share it to a friend who might be interested in this, that would be great too. But I'm not going to stop doing this if I'm stuck with the same handful of subscribers. I mean, it's we're just all having fun together, and I plan on doing this for a long time. All right, everybody, take it easy.